making a review on BioOil and Superdrug's Wrist Oil skincare oil, which I've been using for the past month because obviously I didn't have any BioOil. Well, BioOil was quite expensive, and so I didn't have any money, so I went and bought the Restore Oil instead. I've got to say, when I was using this Restore Oil, here it is, Restore Oil, I thought it's not going to work. It's a bit, you know, silly. I initially bought it. I bought it the small version, which cost me £5, thinking it wasn't going to work, and I've just used it as an interim thing. However, when I used it, and you know, because when I've used it, it did work. You know, what's happening is I have a really bad stretch mark problem, and what's happening since using this oil, my stretch marks has flattened, and they're becoming less furrowed. Because my stretch marks, they're in comparison to my normal skin, my stretch marks are lighter in colour, they are furrowed, and they're slightly different texture than to my original skin. Because obviously when I'm fat, you don't really see it, but now I've been losing weight. You know, think of like, you know, if you draw pen marks on the balloon, when you blow it up, you don't see it, but when it deflates, you can really see the damage that my skin fibres undergone since gaining weight. However, the Restore Oil has been doing marvellous and wonders. BioOil was the original oil I've been using, and I'm going back on it now because obviously now I've got the money and I'm going to buy it. And still, even though I do love Restore Oil, I think sometimes you've got to go back to the original true product, and I am just loving the pure selling oil that's patented. I know these things are patented, but I was trying to rack my brain. Well, if it's, you know, patented, why does this Restore Oil work just as good as that? What my take on it is that maybe they've copied a similar recipe, ingredients for the Restore Oil, and so that's why it's working. I've also noticed how very similar, they've got the same scent, and they both contain lavandula oil, so which I think is a derivative of the flower lavender, because hence both got beautiful smells. I like the Restore Oil smell slightly more than the BioOil smell. Just slightly more. With me, I tend to use it at night time as opposed to daytime because I tend to gleam, and I'm very, very liberal with it. I think when people have said that, you know, these oils don't work, I think if you have really, really bad stretch marks or really bad skin, remember you're trying to correct your skin, you have to use a lot of it on your skin. High intensity, a high amount, frequently. You've got to use, you know, often, a lot and often. And I'm sorry, you do have to spend money if you want to help your skin. These oils are expensive, but you do got to spend money. The BioOil at Boots is £20 for a 200ml bottle. If you buy it online, you can get 2 for £20. Well, that's a current order. As for the Restore Oil at 200ml, it's £11, and that's what made it initially attractive to me, because obviously when I went to shop I didn't have £20 to buy the BioOil, so I bought the Restore Oil instead, and hence I found out just by accident how good it is. I really want to recommend that both these oils are good. I would always, but however, just to be a bit more sure, you know, initially start with the BioOil, and you know, if you really don't have the big money to spend on BioOil, go to the Restore Oil. But it does work. It does work. I know sometimes when we see own brands, like obviously this is clearly because Superdrug clearly stocks BioOil, and clearly if you go into the shop, you're gonna think, oh, it's just, you know, Superdrug's own version. It can't be as good. It's like the Tesco own version of Tesco's own version of bread. You know, we all know Hovis is better, but you know, Tesco bread isn't that good. But still, even though it's an own brand, it is a very, very good own brand, and I got to give props and respect. Go buy it. It's good. Restore Oil, BioOil for life.